The Young and the Restless Spoilers Next 2 week, full May 25 to the 5th of June 2026. Welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day to dive headfirst into the absolute madness that is Genoa City. And honestly, we need to unpack everything immediately because the drama is overflowing and I am genuinely not okay. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I was mid skincare and smeared charcoal mask all over the rug when I saw what just happened to Nick Newman. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room because I could not process the sheer cinematic mayhem unfolding on my screen. Nick straight up collapsed from a fentanyl overdose. Basically, he is in critical condition. His life is hanging by a literal thread, and I am personally offended that the writers are doing this to our golden boy. The stakes are astronomical right now. I am literally hyperventilating right now, just thinking about the sweat on his forehead and the absolute panic in the hospital. We are witnessing a high-octane psychological masterpiece, and my brain is visibly buffering from the audacity of this plotline. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. Victor Newman is so terrified and desperate to save his son that he is genuinely considering having Victoria go to Jack Abbott for help to convince Nick to fight this addiction. Bestie, be for real right now. Victor Newman asking Jack Abbott for a favor? That is basically the apocalypse. The sky is falling, pigs are flying, and hell has officially frozen over. Victor and Nikki are actually putting aside their massive differences to focus on Nick, which is honestly so unhinged because when do they ever just drop their drama? But seeing Victor this vulnerable, this desperate to pull his son back from the brink of death is tearing my soul apart. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but Nikki Newman is going through her own absolute horror show. While Nick is fighting for his life, Nikki is getting these mysterious, blinding headaches that are leading to the most terrifying nightmares. What is she dreaming about? Is it Nick dying? Is it Matt Clark destroying their legacy? I am spiraling over her choices and her subconscious right now. The aesthetic of Nikki waking up in a cold sweat in that massive, overly decorated Newman bedroom, and don't even get me started on the vibes of that room. The lighting is always so unnecessarily dramatic, is giving me chills. I genuinely need to know how these nightmares are going to impact her mental state because she is already balancing on a knife's edge. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, we need to talk about where Matt Clark is right now. You guys, the Newmans have Matt Clark trapped in the Newman Ranch gym. The gym. Basically, they looked at their massive estate and decided, yes, the room with the kettlebells and the treadmills is the perfect place to hold a dangerous hostage. I cannot even with this family. And instead of checking himself straight into rehab like a logical human being, Nick, who is literally fresh off a near-fatal overdose, waltzes into the gym to confront Matt. Nick, honey, what are you doing? You should be in a medical facility hooked up to an IV, not interrogating a psychopath next to an elliptical machine. And Matt? Oh my God, Matt is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. This man looks Nick dead in the eye, claims he has total amnesia, and doesn't remember a single thing he did to the Newman family, but then has the absolute audacity to express remorse for his past actions. He is basically like, I don't know what I did, but my bad, bro. I am screaming into my pillow. Nick, thank the soap gods, is not buying a single word of it. Nick straight up rejects the apology. And the tension in that gym is so thick you could cut it with a free weight. They are dissecting each other with their eyes, And I am totally living for Nick standing his ground, even though he is physically vibrating from withdrawals. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event, because we have to pivot to the absolute dumpster fire that is Billy Abbott and Adam Newman. Billy, in all his smug, self-righteous glory, actually tracks down Adam to break the news that Sally Spectra is pregnant. Let that sink in. Billy is dropping this world-shattering tea on the man who lost baby Ava with Sally. The cruelty, the sheer, unadulterated lack of empathy. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of this moment. Adam's face, when he hears the word pregnant, you could actually see his heart shatter into a million jagged pieces. The trauma of losing Ava is still so raw, and now he has to picture Sally having a baby with his rival. Billy is genuinely the most problematic friend, and I want to drag him through the mud for this. Meanwhile, Victor's out here playing 4D chess and has somehow gained even more leverage over Phyllis Summers. Phyllis is backed into a corner so tight she can barely breathe, and Victor is just looming over her like a supervillain. Is she going to give up the company she literally hijacked? Phyllis is a survivor, but Victor is out for blood. I can already picture her screaming at a portrait in her office, refusing to back down. But Victor's mustache is practically twitching with victory. And then we have Lily Winters and Kane Ashby. Bestie, I have to veer off into a completely random tangent for a second. Why does Kane always look like he just stepped out of a 2012 menswear catalog? Anyway, snapping back to the tea. Kane literally donated his bone marrow to save Malcolm Winters, and now he and Lily are getting closer. He is using his literal stem cells to emotionally manipulate his way back into her heart. It is a grand romantic gesture wrapped in medical blackmail, and Lily is totally falling for it. I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update because Kane always has an ulterior motive, and Lily is just too grateful to see it right now. Let's not forget the other Winters family drama. Abby and Devon are somehow reconnecting, and Devon is actually considering keeping his promise to forgive Mariah Copeland. After everything Mariah did, the kidnapping, the trauma, Devon is trying to find it in his heart to let it go. It is an emotional train wreck of growth and healing, and I am genuinely crying real tears for them. Plus, Holden Novak and Claire Newman are getting closer, finding this totally sweet romantic connection amidst all the chaos. It's like a tiny, pure ray of sunshine in a town, completely consumed by darkness and deceit. But hold on to your wigs, because Kyle Abbott just dropped a bomb on Jack. Diane Jenkins is missing. Gone. Vanished into thin air. And my mind immediately goes to one person, Patty Williams. Patty has been lurking. She has been manipulated by Jack. She has been rejected by Matt. And now she is an unguided missile. If Patty kidnapped Diane, I am calling it the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Jack is going to lose his absolute mind, and the Abbott mansion is going to turn into a war zone. Looking ahead to the first week of June, because we are invested, Nick finally goes to rehab to get professional help for his fentanyl addiction. Thank the Lord. While he is healing, the Newmans have to decide what on earth to do with Matt Clark, who is probably still doing lunges in their home gym. Holden and Claire are taking their relationship to the next level, and Kane is planning an even bigger romantic gesture for Lily. Is he going to propose? Are they going to reunite and tell the twins? I cannot handle the suspense. And don't even get me started on Noah Newman and Sienna Bacall planning to reopen the Shadow Room. The aesthetic of that club is everything, but Audra Charles is literally stalking Noah, Audra lurking in the neon lights of the Shadow Room while Sienna tries to run a business. A massive confrontation is brewing between these two women, and it is going to be iconic. To top it all off, we are getting a massive, earth-shattering showdown between Patty Williams and Phyllis Summers. Two queens of chaos, dragging each other over their dark, twisted pasts. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of this upcoming saga. This situation is now my entire personality. I am not okay, and I will be refreshing my feed every 5 seconds until we get the next episode.